You are not here by accident. Something deep within you, a calling, a subtle pull, an invisible urgency has led you to this message at precisely this moment. And when you finish listening, you will finally understand why. Why is it that, despite your best intentions, you seem trapped in the same emotional loop? Why do you attract the same kind of partner? Why does love feel shallow, repetitive, or painfully conditional? The truth is, the answer is not in them. It's in you. Carl Jung, the brilliant explorer of the human psyche, left us with a truth that demolishes all superficial explanations. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This truth touches the very core of our emotional lives. The way we love, the way we connect, is not random. It is not luck or misfortune. Our relationships are mirrors, and what we experience and love is often the purest reflection of what lies within us. If you feel ready to break free from these cycles and reclaim your inner power, I invite you now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, what is the emotional pattern you are ready to break today? Have you ever asked yourself why you keep giving your heart to someone who can't give you anything real in return? That reason has nothing to do with who they are. It has everything to do with a wound you haven't dared to face yet. When love starts to feel like a constant battle for attention, when you exhaust yourself trying to prove your worth, what's speaking in those moments isn't your heart, it's your pain. This is the wound of not feeling enough. This is one of the most destructive emotional wounds because it doesn't scream, but it silently shapes everything, every decision you make, every connection you form, and the way you give and receive love. If you believe you have to earn love, you're already starting from a place of deep lack. This pattern keeps choosing the same kind of partner again and again. Someone emotionally unavailable, someone who awakens the illusion that if they love you, you'll finally have proven you are worthy. But that is the trap. You're trying to heal your self-worth through someone else, and that person by definition is unavailable for the very thing you seek. This dynamic isn't a coincidence. It's a mirror of what you are still not giving yourself. The pattern began with your story. In that stage of life when you first felt that your value depended on how much you tried or how much you sacrificed. That programming rooted itself deep in your unconscious. As long as that wound is in the driver's seat, all you will feel is frustration and the constant belief that you are not enough. Why does emotional lack attract you? Why does the coldness of an unavailable person pull you in? Jung explains this with striking precision. The unconscious is always striving to complete itself, and one of the ways it tries to do so is through symbolic repetition. Without realizing it, you search for someone who can make you feel the same way you felt with a figure who once hurt you. But this time you do it with the unconscious hope that things will be different. That is the greatest act of self-deception, that you find yourself drawn to the emotionally distant because your system only recognizes struggle, sacrifice, and anxiety as the language of love. When someone finally comes along who sees you, who treats you well, who doesn't require you to earn their affection, you recoil. You feel it's too good to be true and push them away. Why? Because your emotional trauma doesn't recognize healthy love. When there's no drama, your nervous system panics. This means you're unknowingly projecting your own unhealed need onto them. When you are with someone who makes you feel invisible, a part of you knows it, but the most wounded part starts telling a different story. They are like this because they have suffered too much. I understand them. I can heal them. This feels noble, but it is not. It is simply fear. It is the fear of accepting that someone you love is not choosing you. The person will not change for you. The true courage lies in accepting that truth and stopping the wait. Here's the hard truth. No one is going to come and give you the love you keep denying yourself. No one can fill the space where you have abandoned yourself. That truth hurts, but it is also the key to your freedom. The day you finally understand this, you stop begging for love. You stop justifying someone's absence. You stop chasing after someone who doesn't see you. You begin to realize you don't need to convince anyone that you're worthy, the process of internal integration that Jung called. Individuation begins the moment you have the courage to look at your wound without filters. You must see that your desperation to be loved comes from a part of you that was ignored long before this relationship. And that part, your inner child, needs your presence and validation now. No one else can give that to her. And if you don't take that responsibility, you will keep falling into the same emotional trap. Healing is no longer repeating from the wound. It's beginning to choose from consciousness. It starts when you stop chasing what keeps hurting you. When you set boundaries not out of pride, but from deep self-love. When you decide to walk away, not because you've stopped feeling, but because you refuse to keep leading for someone who doesn't know how to hold your heart. You stop being a victim of the illusion and become the architect of your own peace. When you finally choose yourself, you stop seeking validation from others. You no longer feel the urge to prove your worth through someone else's love because finally something clicks deep inside. You are enough. This realization becomes a truth etched into your being. You stop running, stop begging, stop chasing, and instead start walking, step by step, back to yourself. When you look at yourself with radical honesty, you no longer bargain with your dignity. You stop begging for love from people who only know how to offer indifference. And that changes everything. You begin to feel peace in your own solitude. You start to love not from a place of lack or desperation, but from wholeness. You choose from awareness, not from wounds. And when real love arrives, it no longer makes you question yourself. Real love does not drain you. It doesn't make you feel like you have to fight every day just to be seen. It sees you even in your silence. It chooses you through meaningful actions. And most importantly, real love never tries to fill your inner void. Instead, it simply walks beside you while you fill it from within. That is the essence of transformation. Healing your wound means you stop chasing love. You start becoming it. Your story doesn't end where you were broken. It truly begins the moment you choose to stop perpetuating the same pain with each decision you make. You are ready to let go of the patterns, to release the trauma, to shed the version of you that believed she had to be chosen in order to matter. Today marks a new beginning, one that doesn't come from fear, but from truth. If you feel this in your heart, make a final, powerful commitment. Write it in the comments below. I no longer chase love. I am love. And from that place, I choose differently. If you've made it this far, it's because your soul is ready to transform your life. This is only the beginning. Click now, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss the content that can guide you deeper into this journey. Share this video with someone who needs this message to finally awaken. The world needs the authentic version of you. And remember, wholeness can never be reached by waiting for others to complete you. It comes when you choose to complete yourself from within. I'll see you in the next video.